I'm gonna try to keep it short today. I don't know if you guys want to be watching no 17-minute videos of me babbling on. Babbling on. There was something I wanted to mention yesterday and I totally forgot. And I can't remember it now either. It's terrible. There goes healthy brain for you. I'm going to my first Philly game this week. I'm excited about that. I'm not really a big sports person, although I am loyal to my Lakers. But since I worked in this barbershop, sports themed, or man themes, there's a lot of sports stuff. So now I'm thinking about some sports gear so I can wear into work. I think it'd be cool. Fridays, I'm gonna do Philly Fridays. I'm gonna get myself a Dodgers shirt and a Lakers shirt and a Kings jersey. I think I'm gonna get jumped. In Phoenixville, the hood. Oh yeah, let me just share with you a little vulnerability. And hopefully it makes sense for everything else I'm doing. But I'm a lazy dude. If I didn't learn to cut hair, I probably would have joined the military. But if I didn't join the military, I probably would have been homeless. I couldn't hold down a job. Like I couldn't stay committed to work. Before I was married, I was terrible with two things. I was terrible with relationships and I was terrible with work. After 3 months, that would be it. I would be done. I would be so done. I mean, I was terrible too. Like, I would just not show up to work. With my relationships, I just would quit, just give up. I never even tried to work things out. And of course, my girlfriends, they were all much more mature than I am. But that's it right there. Maturity. I was immature. And I feel bad for how I was. How I treated my relationships. But I made amends for those things. I think I reached out to every single ex-girlfriend that I had at one point and apologized. Because I was no longer that person. They knew. I was still me. But I just wasn't that person. That part of me. Done. But I'm still a lazy person. So why do I say that? I say that because I obviously am all about growing and all about motivation and doing things to make a difference in people. I want to change the world. It doesn't take a lazy person to do that, but it doesn't stop me from being a lazy person. The big difference I'd have to admit is that I'm passionate about it. I care about it a lot. So it's difficult for me to do anything I don't care about. That makes a whole lot of sense to me. But I meet plenty of people that do things they don't really care about. They just have to do it. They got to pay the bills. They've got mouths to feed and all that stuff. And that's true. Like, you have to do those things. But I'm the type of person that I always question and challenged. I always question and challenge, like, why we need to do something. Like, what's the importance of doing this? That can be frustrating for people in relationship with me, that I'm so, like, I need reasons to do something instead of just, you have to do it. That's difficult for me, but I do them anyway. I have to do them. But for me, I have to place it in the bigger picture of what I want to accomplish and the person that I want to be. So yeah, I'm a lazy person. So I'm not doing anything extraordinary. I'm just, when I do Johnvir.com and I talk about motivation, two things are happening. Yes, I do those things that I say, but two, I'm clearly not a perfect person. And I hope to really convey that you don't have to wait to be a perfect person to get all your ish together to do things, to do anything. That you just need to do it. And I don't need to worry about what people think about me, even if people know me. And, I just imagine that the worst case scenario, that people would just think, well, I know you're a hypocrite, or you're a lazy dude. True. But I'm working towards something, and I'm not trying to prove it to anybody else but myself, that the time has come to really live the life that I want to live for myself. And the interesting thing is, it's not really a selfish thing. The interesting thing is the best of me is really the best for everybody, because that way I'm much more of a giver. I'm much more of a sharer. Got more things to give. Today is Friday the 1st, August, and on the first month of on the first Friday of every month is called First Fridays in Phoenixville. So it's like a big party. Everybody loves this stuff. For those of you guys that don't know me, I work at a barbershop. It's the first barbershop I've ever worked in. I've always been in pretty much upscale hair salons. I've always done mostly women, but I started cutting hair when I was 12, just for the homies back in the day, in my parents' garage, after school, in between breakdancing. That's what we used to do. We used to have this crew, and it was called X Marks the Spot. We used to just breakdance after school. That kept us out of trouble, even though trouble was always looking for us wherever we went. It was a melting pot. It was a fine line between thugs and us. But we were good kids, and I used to fade up all the homies. That's what got me into hair. Well, that's what got me the skills to give me the confidence to go into beauty school. But the reason I went to beauty school was I wanted to meet girls. That's what I wanted to do. If I said that already, I'm sorry. Get repetitive about it. Afterwards, I've always ended up in women's hair salons, and then I moved up to upscale. And once I got to the upscale bracket, I've just stayed in the upscale bracket. To me, it's not really a big deal. It's more like that's what I'm familiar with. That I know how to interview for upscale hair salons. I've never had a problem getting a job. I used to work in Beverly Hills, and then eventually we moved overseas. We moved to Brussels. Before Brussels, we were in Glasgow, Scotland, and then we were in Brussels, Belgium. I started a business in Brussels that pretty much was a big risk. I was in a different culture, and I was ambitious, but after about 4 years and a lot of our savings was used up, I had to close it down. Taxes were high, my costs were high, so that was done deal. And we moved back here near Philadelphia in Exton. Now I work here in this barbershop in Phoenixville, which is really awesome. I love it. I think everything happens for a reason, and my journey now has brought me here. Cool fact, Valor Men's Grooming in Phoenixville just got 2014 Philly's Best, which apparently is a big deal from what I hear from clients and the people around. It's not some like rinky-dinky thing. It's a pretty big thing to be awarded the Best of Philly. And the cool thing about it is nobody else knew about it. It just was a surprise. So nobody was telling other people to vote for it. Nobody was trying to run for it. The salon wasn't trying to get it, and they got it. That's awesome. I'm really excited and proud of the shop, and I feel like my timing for starting there is impeccable, since I get the opportunity to start in a shop that got the most recent Philly's Best. So that's good for building clientele. And my job at this point is to just, for myself, to keep up the quality and the service so that we stay Philly's best. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, I'm going to cut it short here because I don't want to go on for too long. But this is my vlog. Check out my website, Johnvir.com. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. My Instagram name is Neo_social crackhead. My Twitter name is @Johnvir. My website is Johnvir.com. And on Facebook, find my page, Johnvir.com. Should be pretty easy. My name is not very common. And you guys are awesome. Have a good Friday. Peace. This might actually be posted a little outdated. And if my mouth isn't synced, to the sound. I apologize. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why it's doing that, but I gotta figure it out. Deuces. And then if you're from the UK, let me just flip it so you're not offended. All right. See you guys later.